One, two, three, four.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know who it is. It's the big guy with the big show, the Lord. You always got to pause here. Nelson, that is, from the show Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS Network with 5 Royals Entertainment. And ladies and gentlemen, you see these two beautiful individuals over here, these two beautiful human beings from another place in this beautiful world that we live in. And I'm so excited to have them here. And of course, like always, I got to big them up and say a few things about them, how I see them. And if you don't mind, I will continue. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you are introduced to a band that is truly a throwback to those amazing 70s and 80s funk, soul, R&B, rock, and jazz bands that time machines you to memories of your youth, you got to have them on your show, you know? You got to have them on your show, you know, when it's all about the instruments and singers who could really sing and musicians in the pocket that complement each other so well with soulful vocals that capture and soothe you like a summer breeze. Makes me feel fine. Indeed. This is the band. So my brothers and sisters, without further ado, I welcome to the Live and Loud with the Lord show for you, Sun Eden. Yeah, gotta clap them up. Thank you guys. All right, the first question as always is, where are you guys from?
So Sunny is from Nepal.
Nepal.
Yeah, we live in Australia now, but we actually met in Nepal. So that's how this started. Yeah.
Okay, so you met in Melbourne, right?
No, we met in Nepal.
You met in Nepal, but you're in Melbourne now. Okay, we'll get this right. So Nepal, now see, you just took me to something else. So Nepal. so tell me a little bit about Nepal. Please, sir.
First thing that comes into my mind is like how most of the people in Nepal is from probably Mount Everest, I say. Mm-hmm. And it's all about the mountains, just easygoing culture. Everybody's just way laid back and relaxed. Like hills, lot of hills.
A lot of mountains.
A lot of mountains, hills.
A lot of music as well.
A lot of music as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So how's the weather there?
So it's the place I'm from. It's called Pokhara. It's like a town with like a really big lake. Mm-hmm. The weather there is basically just like most of the time pretty good. Just like not too cold, not too hot. Just like right in the pocket. As yeah.
It's like, I guess so, heaven on earth.
Oh, listen, that's a beautiful way to describe heaven on earth. That's awesome. Now, it's just like that caught me off guard, but it caught me off guard in a beautiful way because I just go to all of the things that I think I know, about the things that I've seen. And, and so I'm just like, wow. So as I'm very visual. So as you're saying that, I'm just looking at it, with you. I'm there with you. I'm just like, wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent. It's just that's a beautiful thing, though. So when it comes to Melbourne, what's the best thing about being in Melbourne?
Well, Melbourne's like the music capital of Australia, so there's a really good music scene here. Yeah, there's where we actually live on the coast, like an hour and a half away from like the CBD of Melbourne, in a little town called Torquay. So it's like little beach town. But yeah, we're still super close to like all the music in Melbourne, and there's music everywhere around here. So yeah, it's good.
So Melbourne is the music place. And forgive me for not saying it probably right. I'm working on that. Melbourne. Is it Melbourne? Melbourne.
It'll work.
No. Melbourne. So I want to make sure it's right. We got to be official. So when I come to Melbourne, I like that. Where are you taking me for a great meal and great venue to see you guys perform?
Probably take you around Fitzroy area.
Fitzroy,
yeah, Fitzroy. It's all happening. There's lots of food, lots of music.
Lots
There's
of cool
like
bars,
a million bars up like one street.
Okay, that's one street, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're really close to the CBD as well. So from there, you can just get everywhere.
So of course, tell the ignorant guy here, what's the CBD?
So the city, where all the big buildings are.
I didn't know if it stood for something. Okay, that's just where all the biggest. So it's the city. So it's the okay, I got you.
I guess like maybe the center of the city, like
the very
city center. Okay, I got you.
City center, basically.
Yeah. So the other part is, where are you taking me? Which venue are you going to be performing in that I can come and watch you? That's going to be the best thing.
Wow, that's a tough question.
Oh, there's a lot of good places. Oh well, we did a gig at the Brunswick Ballroom one time, which was really cool. Yeah, really like beautiful big room. I mean, it's called the Brunswick Ballroom for a reason. So that place is pretty cool, but there's also just a lot of cool little bars and heaps of places to find. I think we really enjoy trying to play at new places a lot. So as we do have a lot of places that we play, but we're trying to like get into new places all the time, which is always fun.
Okay, indeed.
So it is basically just like
there's lots of regular places.
So Melbourne is big on music. Melbourne is music. I like it. So you guys are the second band from Australia that has blessed me with their presence, and you both have been influenced by classic music. So what is it about the music that calls your name with you guys being so young? I'm an old guy, so you guys are young. I know you're young. So, what is it about that classic music that really calls your name and speaks to you so well?
I think we both grew up listening to music that was just not from our time, probably like our parents' generation. Sunny's very inspired by older music.
Yeah, I actually don't know because my family is not musical at all. So it's a bit strange that I got into music because But anyways, I think I just always loved the sounds of something soulful, something that is achieved from hard work, or like it sounds like like they know like what instruments how to play, or she knows how to sing, not as just like few chord progressions and it's just easy. Like it's more like I don't know, it just sounds more like better.
There's more to it.
More to it.
I got it. I can agree with you because that is kind of like my time frame of being a kid growing up in that. So I feel you and I hear you 100% because you can tell the difference between things. And I love all music. I'm not a genre snob. I love all music, but yes, indeed. So when I speak about the musicians in the band, who's the foundation? And is this the original lineup that we see?
So we've got us two. So we both sing and play guitar, and I play a bit of percussion. And then we've got so there's 6 of us in total when we play live. Although when we were over in Nepal, we have a whole different band to what we play with in Australia. So it's always Sunedden. And then we've got the band. So like in Australia, we play with Sunedden and the Seg Street Jam.
Right.
Yeah, which consists of like we have a bass player, a key player, and a guitarist and a drummer. So it's it's like a proper full piece band. I'd say so.
So you guys are the foundation of the band. So it's really Suneden, and then you have like session players that come in. But I mean, they're your. I say session players, but they are. Go ahead. Let me let you answer that. I'm sorry.
They're not session players. Like that's
actual band members.
Yeah, that's our solid band when we're here. But when we're in Nepal, you know, it's a bit harder to get over to Nepal, so we have our band over there as well.
Okay.
And then like when we recorded our album, we just did it just us and our drummer. He played basically every instrument except for drums. But yeah, when we play live, we've got the boys with us every gig, which is good.
I got you. Well, no disrespect to them. I wasn't trying to disrespect them. I want them to know it's all love and beautiful. I'm just asking a few questions because, you know, we have Sonny over here who's, you know, is Prince in a sense. I love saying that to people who play all these instruments because one thing I can tell you is that is a definite talent to have that and have that ear to play all that music. And as I always tell people, this guitar back here that my bandmate, Matt Acevedo, MMA as I call him, he and his wife gifted that to me on my birthday a couple of years ago. And let me tell you something. You guys playing instruments is one of the most amazing things because it takes practice and time and dedication. So I salute you on that. There's no doubt about that, man. So you guys are talented and it shows in your music playing. It really does. And I'm enjoying it, indeed.
Thank you very much.
What other bands have you played in, and why is Suneden the best you've played in, if you played in other bands?
Well, Sonny, actually, when I first met Sonny, he was playing in the hottest funk band in Lakeside, which is where we were living in Nepal.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were amazing. So he's been doing music his whole life. I was doing more kind of solo stuff before we met.
Right.
Do you want to talk about your band?
Yeah, like when I was young, I guess like I found a love towards music, and it sort of took over my life basically. So I've literally stopped everything else, and just started doing this music, and then I found some like, you know, like older brothers, like they were like in search of like a singer. And stuff like that, and then with them I went and started doing gigs in the bars and stuff and singing and all, and then after a while, like we just had this improv, proper like funk, like full old school sort of funk improv band. So basically what we used to do, we used to get to the gig venue, and somebody would come with like a chord progression idea, and we'd just jam on it, and then the bassist would be like, oh, you just got to sing what you feel at the moment. And just sing it out, like what do you feel or what do you see, basically.
Right.
So it was really cool, you know. So I think that's what helped me in a way of thinking out of the box and making something creative, I guess, you know.
Definitely.
So yeah.
You'll see it as the, you know, just letting us know about your foundation and where you're coming from. Once again, it speaks volumes, and once again, I can hear it, and it's just a cool vibe. Of course, I watched a few of your videos. Just coolness, man. I like what you guys are doing, man, indeed. So now we'll go to this because you kind of said it a little bit earlier. And Eden, you might answer this more because it's for both of you, but Sonny's already kind of said a little bit about it. So with music like this, you had to have cool parents. So how cool are your parents? And was this music that they listened to? Sonny already kind of said.
So I grew up with, my dad was a musician. He's a blues musician.
Yeah.
So I grew up with him. So I grew up around all the best music and was very into it all from a very young age. I used to go to his gigs with him and get up and sing songs with him when I was like 5 years old. So that really influenced me in the music scene.
Awesome. So Sonny, now you said that your parents, I mean, your family didn't really listen to music at all. So what do you think it was that really got you into it? What was it?
I'd say like my dad sort of, I wouldn't say not fully, but my dad sort of listened to like really like old folky Nepali music, which is, and it was different, but he wasn't really musical at all. Like, not that he played any instruments and stuff like that. or like mum, I don't think actually she maybe even doesn't like music that much anymore. Yeah, so she always sort of, when I was young and like, you know, trying to play guitar and stuff, she basically hated me because like it was too loud and yeah.
That's
Sonny was
awesome.
an angel sent from heaven, just being given talent out of nowhere.
Because music is like the greatest thing in the world. So, but even like my wife was about, why are you talking about me? Even with my wife, she likes certain things, but she doesn't like music like I love music. I love all genres. If it's hot, it's hot. I don't care what it is. And you know, my kids, I say this all the time. My children and my wife, they're just like, this dude is crazy. This dude listens to anything. I mean, because it could be classical music, it could be country music, it could be funk, blues, rock, hip hop. I can listen to it all. It just makes me feel good. So, you know, whether it's eclectic, I don't think it's eclectic. I just think that I love music. Music is great. It just does something else to you, man. So that's that's love. Mom's is just being who mom's is, you know. So I understand. My wife's like the same way. So, are you guys self-taught, or did you attend a university or school to learn music?
Self-taught for sure. Yeah, just basically just more of like listening, I guess. Just loving and trying to imitate almost. Just having the passion of listening to some sort of sounds, basically.
I think, Sonny's. Yeah, I think just listening a lot when you're younger. I think when I first met Sonny, I was like, who the hell is this dude? Like, he's amazing.
No. Not at all.
And yeah, I think just grown up listening to it. I think I learned guitar from my dad when I was a kid, and and Sonny's taught me some stuff, and just learning as we go, I guess.
Well, you know what's great about that, when I have conversations with musicians and you guys being the creatives that you are, and you're definitely that. And I know Sonny's over there being humble. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know what you do. There's not a lot of people that really, there's a lot of musicians out there, let me say that. But to have that ear and to grab that and then play it well, not everybody can do that. Some people are just out there making noise, and it's no disrespect to them. But you definitely have a sound and a vibe. You guys do a sound and a vibe that is, you know, it embraces me. It grabs me and it holds me and it has my attention and it sounds good. And sonically, you're there. So just embrace who you are, man. Listen, you're like Prince over there doing what you do, man. It's all love, man. Listen, just take that and enjoy who you are, man. So yes, indeed. So describe the music scene in Melbourne to me. Is there a lot of different things, or is it just one main thing?
There's everything. Every type of genre, I reckon, is out there. To be fair, there's not heaps of funk going around, not that we've discovered yet anyway. I think I think a lot of people who come to our gigs are always like, oh, like I haven't seen another band doing what you guys are doing, which I think is really cool for us, because we don't often find other funk bands. But other than that, there's musicians from every kind of genre, and it's whatever you want to find, you'll be able to hunt them down. It's good.
No, that's love. I mean, it's the culture, and it's good to have culture from many different things. So that is really cool. And so just like Large Mirage, Australia, they were from the Blue Mountains, even though they're in Sydney, but the Blue Mountains. And so they play that 70s classic rock, you know, and that's what they do. And just like you guys, they said there's not a lot of people that do it. They found some other people that do it in Australia, but just like you guys, they said you don't find a lot of them, but you know, they're dope also. Indeed.
Yeah, I've actually just recently discovered their music, and they're amazing.
Yeah, great guys. We had a great conversation, just like this one is right here. I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. I love my Australian brothers and sisters, indeed. So how do you amazing creatives handle the writing of music and lyrics?
Well, Sonny's definitely the musical genius. He does all of that. I write most of the lyrics. But yeah, a lot of our songs, like they grow and develop as we jam them, and the more times we play them. I mean, we've already released an album, and we released that like 2 years ago, and every time we play the songs at gigs, we play them a bit different. Like everything just keeps growing and changing. And
Right.
but yeah, Sonny's definitely got the head for all the music parts, and he just comes up with these crazy ideas, and I'm just like, what even is that chord? Did you make that up?
That's love, though. That's love. Something against, like, okay, so I say Prince a lot, right? Because Prince Rogers Nelson. I am Lord Nelson. He is my cousin that he didn't know he was, but we are related somehow. I tell everybody that. I told my children that forever. I was like, we're related to Prince. And they ran with that for years. And they were like, are we really related to Prince? They're all grown now. It's just like, well, maybe. Like, yeah, we still are. I have to find out how exactly. But but anyway. So, Sonny, what does Eden bring to the band that is crucial to its success? And Eden, I'm going to ask the same question for you about Sonny.
I think definitely like the biggest thing would be like what he feels, and like what he with lyrics wise, like what he could make up a story. Like it's like always a story, like what he puts out in a song, which is the coolest bit. And also the voice as well, like just the husky blues voice, like it's got that like soul into it, so it's different. Like when you hear her, like you can know that, oh yeah, this is Aiden. Like it's not like anybody else's voice, it's something cool. So I'd say that.
Awesome. Dun, 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 dun. Listen, yeah, we're waiting. Come on with it. Come on. Don't fear, Eden. It's easy. See how easy Sonny said what he said. Now, come on, let's get it. Let's get it.
So Sonny, he's just got that uniqueness. Yeah, like I said before, I don't know anyone else that's making up little funky riffs like he is. I also don't know anyone that can quite funk things up like he can. It's like you give him any song to play and he'll somehow turn it into like a funk song.
Awesome. Indeed.
Which is just, unique, I think.
Well, that's love. That's love, that respect that you have for each other. And one thing that you were saying, I want to go back to something right quick. You said about how you kind of change things up, or the music morphs into other things. What's beautiful about that is that I always remember Prince saying he never plays the same song twice. The set is never the same, no matter when they get on that stage. So how often do you have things just like calculated and regimented how it's supposed to be, or do you just get up there and just let it go?
I think like we write a set list and we've got the songs there,
right?
But none of us know how long they're going to go for. None of us know if Sonny's going to just change it up a bit. Like we were playing one of our songs the other day, and Sonny just started playing it in like this really jazzy way and just made it completely different. And then we all just jammed it like that. And we were like, should we just play it like that next time?
Right. And I'm
never really know.
Yeah, but I'm glad you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I guess it's the connection with the band. Like when you're in sync, like you somehow know what's the other people trying to do, and then you sort of follow it. Like it comes vice versa to me too. Like if the drummer is doing something, I know like where he would be going because I know him like as a person. So I just know like, oh, after this maybe he'll try to do that. So I'll just follow him in that sense. It's always about just knowing what other people are doing and following it, basically. So it's
that connection with the band.
It's a cool thing we have. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that speaks to the greatness of the players with you, of all the, musicians. And listen, there's nothing like that, just being able to feed off of each other. I mean, I really understand that. That's really cool. That's really cool. So are you guys lovers of any other genres of music? And if so, what is it about them that excites your senses?
I do love, as you said, like basically all kind of music, from like rock and roll to jazz, classical to, I don't know, like even like metal, like Rage Against the Machine and all that. Like back in the day, I used to love them,
Yeah.
So I've grown and like learned everything. But my absolute favorite would be old school like Al Green and like Stevie Wonder, you know, like Ray Charles and all that stuff. Like I really absolutely love that sort of stuff. So that's
My goodness, young man, you just don't know, man. That's what my parents raised us on, as a kid. So I go back to that. As a child, that's what we listened to. That 70s, I'm a 70s baby, born in late 67, but the 70s, and that's what we listened to. So they listen to everything, but that music right there is really special. And it's just, once again, as I say, you guys have something that time machines me. You take me back, and I'm so visual that it takes me back to a place to where I'm sitting right there. And I'm like maybe I'm at a picnic table with the family and we're just out somewhere and we're just enjoying the music like my parents always did. So I'm just thankful. Believe me when I say I'm excited to have you guys here. This is good for me. I'm being selfish, ladies and gentlemen, but it's good for me. It's great music. So Ian, you didn't get to ask. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for the 70s, late 60s, all of that, like Woodstock time and Pink Floyd, Hendrix, Fleetwood Mac, all of that. I'm also a sucker for the blues. I mean, I grew up listening to the blues from my dad, and so I do love a lot of blues, and I think I'm quite inspired by that way of singing. And yeah, but I'm open to a lot of things. I don't go super, super heavy, but I'm open to all types of music and can always appreciate people as good musicians, whether or not it's my type of jam.
No, I got you. I appreciate it. I really think the same way. I really do. So have you guys been able to bless any other countries in person with your music? Of course, your music is worldwide, but in person with it, have you been able to?
Yeah, well, Nepal, of course. When we were living in Nepal, we were doing gigs like 5 nights a week over there.
Wow.
And then we did a bit of a tour over to India. We played in some places down south of Goa, which was cool.
Yeah, it's me. It's also in Philippines.
Yeah, we did some gigs in the Philippines as well, which was cool. And then toured around Australia. But yeah, we'd like to get over to America one day.
Yeah, maybe.
not maybe. You gotta make it happen. There's no maybe. It's whatever you.
We would love to. Yeah,
indeed. No, I think that they would really, really love you. And what about Europe also?
Yeah, Europe would be cool. We haven't bring our music over there yet, but it's definitely on the future cards, hopefully.
Yeah, I gotta figure that Europe would love you guys also. You guys just got a great sound. I mean, once again, just embrace all that's magnificent with you guys. So creating or performing, is either one better to you?
I would, for me personally, like I think creating is the fun part for me, for sure, because then I can go anyways and just like just be a bit crazy about it. So it's fun.
I think I like the performing aspect of it. I think just having people feel your music and dancing to your music right in front of you is just like, it just gives you the best feeling. And I think in the end, we're making it for people to enjoy it and listen to it. So to be able to see them in front of us feeling it is really cool.
Of course. So when you do another thing, so when we're speaking about that, creating or performing, I do like both of them, but being on that stage is another thing. And so I performed in front of gigantic crowds. I performed in front of the more intimate crowds. Which ones do you like better? I know what I like better. I like both of them. Let me not say, but it's just something. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think I prefer smaller gigs.
It depends, I think.
Yeah.
Say for as an example, if it's 1,000 people, but they don't really appreciate it. Like you can tell, by looking at the crowd.
Right.
But they're 10 people and they're really loving it. Like, so it's matter of that expect that, like when you see and you can connect to by even seeing the people, like because you can tell who's loving it or not, you know.
Yeah, I think it depends.
That's what matters, I think, anyway. So
yeah, I think it depends on like the environment where it is. Like a really nice small intimate gig is good at like a nice little venue, but then it's also awesome to play at festivals. So it really depends on a lot of things. They're both good. They both have their goods and bads.
Indeed. The intimate thing is just where you could just get there with everybody and just it's kind of like they can touch you and like you said, you can see their reaction. Not that you can't see the reaction in a bigger place, but it's just something about that intimate venue that means a lot. You know, and we all want to play the big festivals and everything, which they're lovely. They're awesome to have, 60,000, 100,000 people screaming your name and singing your song. Because anytime anybody's singing the words to your song and singing along with you, man, that's magnificent, man. That's a great thing. So, it just makes you feel good. And to me, it makes you feel like you're doing something important. That they really get what you're doing and they appreciate what you're doing. As Sonny was saying, to have somebody appreciate what you're doing is a great thing for us as creatives. So, of course, we create this music for us, but we want them to love it also. So, just my opinion. So let's talk about the music. This EP, Smooth Groove. Let's get into that. So I'm going to kind of run down these songs. And if you don't mind talking about them for me. I'm gonna give you a little bit how I feel about them, and then you tell me what you think. It's just from me listening, because I just laid with the music and slept with it for a while, just to listen, so I can really, vibe with it. So Smooth Groove, so cool and in the pocket, with a jazz vibe to me, like some George Benson or Earl Klugh, and those horns and incredible orchestration with just the right amount of vocals takes me back to the early '80s. And a lot of times I don't think people really understand or reading certain stuff. I don't really like to read other people's conversations that they have with you guys or interviews. I usually don't do that. But I was reading some of the stuff and I was just like, they don't say enough about the jazz element that you have. I think that's a cool part of what you got going on. So I'm sorry. Smooth Groove. Smooth Groove. Tell me about this song.
So Smooth Groove actually just started out being like a jam that we would do. We used to, so all of our band members, we all used to live in the one house, and Sonny and I had this ginormous bedroom that we just turned into like the jam room. And so that would just be a song that we would jam in there together. And, sometimes we'd play it would go for like half an hour. It was just like this big jam. And I remember we were playing it one day and we were like, this is such a smooth groove. And then, that's where the name of the album came from. And the name of the song. And so it's just like a real good starter. We always start our set with that song because it's just like eases you into it.
Awesome. You want to say anything, young man, or did she listen, we're wide open. There's no time. Talk to me.
For me, yes. I think it was probably the second song that I sort of fiddled around with. And it was, for me, it was just like a song that was laid back, just relaxing sort of song, just like not too much happening, just like a way where you can just listen and being like, oh yeah, it feels like kind of like, yeah, okay, I can sit back and lay back and relax sort of thing. So I think that's what Smooth Groove is for me, basically.
No doubt. So let me have you expound on that. When I say about that George Benson and Earl Klugh, tell me what's going on there, man? How did you just grab that, man? Because when you went into it, because the song is how long it is, and then you go like, and I'm just like, man, this is awesome.
I am a big fan of George Benson too. So I think somehow he just, like sometimes there's always a thing in music that you're a big fan of somebody and automatically some sort of phrasing comes from them.
Right.
So I think I got somehow inspired and it just maybe got in there somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, we listened to a lot of George Benson. Yeah. We actually were lucky enough to see him when he came to Australia. Yeah, which was awesome. He's still got it.
I got goosebumps, man, because I listen to a lot of George Benson. I love George Benson. There's so many songs that, anyway, wow, I got goosebumps from that. I'm telling you. That's awesome. That's awesome. And you do it very, very well. And let me say this. Chuck D from Public Enemy was having a conversation with Quincy Jones. and I've said this before in some other shows before, but he had a conversation with Quincy Jones. And Quincy Jones said, as musicians or as artists, you take something from 10 artists that you love, 10 of them. And once you've taken one thing from each of them, you'll have your own style and it'll just be you. It'll be you and who you are. And I could just know that you have grabbed and made those things you. You know, you guys have made it you.
That's awesome. I think that's the best advice I've ever heard.
Yeah. No, it was a beautiful, it really got to me. I was just like, wow, because I think we all do it and we're just maybe not aware of it. But when you look at it that way, I was just like, man, because it hit me. I was just like, wow, I got
Well, Quincy of all people would know.
Yes, indeed. One of the great ones. So, Lost in Your World, the drums, the bass intro, then those horns come in. Then those lyrics, lovely. Talk to me about it.
So that one actually started out, like Sunny had gotten this bit of a groove and was making the music, and we were like, what do we want this song to be about? And I guess we just started thinking about this story, as Sunny was explaining earlier, like coming up with these stories, and we were like sitting in bed just like talking about this story and picturing these two people like dancing under the moonlight, and just this story came to us. And then I think the song just evolved through that story, and the more we felt the story, the song grew with that.
Yeah, it's almost like a mystic fantasy story that they were kind of lost in this moment sort of thing. And there's a couple of phrases that in the song is saying like what's that? In some sort of 60s or something like that. There's a lyrics
in
1969. Right. So it's basically like a fantasy story that we think was real.
Yeah, a story we've created of this couple that we've imagined, and it
vibes with the chord progression, because I when I first made it, I thought it was like a bit of a spooky sound, but then it was like, oh no, it could be like a mystic, like some sort of mystery sound. Or something. Mysterious, like I don't know, like bit of a disco. I don't know.
Well, it's definitely cool. But you said something. You said like when a lot of times when we say we're in the moment, but the way you're explaining that, like I like to say a lot of times. Nah, it wasn't you were in the moment. You were the moment. That was the moment. You created that moment. That was what you and both of you were right there. You were like, hey, we were here. It wasn't like you were in that moment. You were that moment that you created. Yeah. So anyway, that's just something that goes in my head. And that's what you just made me feel, just explaining that. So I love it. So Sunday Boogie, it grabs my attention with that funky riff. Then boom, all the instruments, funky cool comes into me. I said it's funky cool. It's just love, man. So tell me about Sunday Boogie.
I think Sunday Boogie is just a song that's the one that always gets everyone dancing. Like as soon as we bring that one in, everyone's it's one you can sing along to and have a boogie to. I think that one's just a lot of fun.
Right.
It's all it's more about like I think like a disco, how do I even say it? Like disco jazz or funk mixed up, like back in from like what's that band? Sister Sledge era, like that sort of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
No, like it's just this way you can listen and like sort of I want to dance, have a boogie.
It's meant to make you want to boogie.
Yeah. so when you say Sister Sledge, that's the Nile Rodgers and those guys from Chic, they did that music. So, that's the guitar playing and everything. So once again, I can understand it when you say it. That's love, man. That's cool, man. I like that. I like that. This dude right here, man, these two young individuals right here. I'm not never just speaking about him. I'm speaking about you guys. So, so it's all love. So sad to see you go. Up-tempo 70s groove to me. Awesome vocals. Love the tempo changes and transitions in these songs also. When you change from this to that, sometimes it's so abrupt when people do certain things. I'm just like, you took me out of the groove of it. But you have done it. You guys have done it in a way to where that little pause, and then it's like my anticipation of what's coming, and then you bring me back into it. It's just like, I'm just like, awesome. And then you go back into the other thing. So that's beautiful, man. No. So that's beautiful. So sad to see you go. Let's talk about that.
That was definitely one of the ones that Sonny brought to the band, and he would go to that crazy change, and everyone was just like, "Wait, what? What's going on?" And then, like you said, he'd bring it back in, and we'd be like, "That works. That really works."
Indeed.
It always catches the crowd by surprise. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
They always think the song's over at the end, and then it goes to that crazy change, and
that dude right
good.
there. Yeah.
And I think that one started off like so fast, like insanely fast. I remember we played it at a gig one time, and I was playing the tambourine so fast that bits of the cymbals on the tambourine started just flying off. Like it was literally falling apart. So sometimes it gets really, really fast.
Wow.
But it's a lot of fun to play.
So
yes, you had to see. Yeah, like for me, it was just like I had a vision of like having like this fast, funky, slap bassy sort of song. Probably inspired from Larry Graham and all of that. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, if you listen to the bass in that song, like Sonny's just playing the fattest, coolest bass line. I think that's definitely like the best part of the song.
So here again, now you just said Larry Graham. You just keep mentioning all these people that you said like a Larry Graham bass line. So you probably already grabbed those 10 people and we don't even know, or you don't even know it, that you really paid attention to. Yeah, that now you're like, it's like, hey man, listen. Yes, indeed. No, awesome. Listen, another amazing song. So Tried to Find You. To me, it's that slow burn. It's strong and bold with vocals that are like the cream in coffee. That's what the vocals are to me. Then that pause once again, and you get funky with it. So I love it. I love it. Talk to me.
I think that one was really like, it's definitely heavier than most of our music. And I think it was all about that wailing guitar, and, the wailing guitar in it is almost, gives you the sense of like this wailing voice, like Sonny's singing through the guitar.
Right.
And, we kept the lyrics quite simple, and it was just like all about the feeling in that song. And then, of course, we had to get funky with it. Bring it back to, our true sound.
What you do, yeah. Indeed. Love.
Yeah, Try to Find You. Yeah, right. I think basically what he said, it was more about like that slow progression and the guitar sort of like imitating the vocals or screaming sound, when it's just a slow. When you hear somebody really scream on a ballad, like when they want to sing really like soulfully,
right? And
like James Brown, it's a man's world, like when he just screams and goes crazy. So it's some sort of thing like on a guitar, just like it's a slow paced song, but let's wail it, like let's make it just a bit.
Let's make it big.
Yeah, just a bit of delay and like echoey sound sort of thing. I personally think, that's my input on it. But, yeah.
No, that's love. That's awesome that you said James Brown is a man's world, and once again, it starts playing in my head, and I can just hear him. It's just like dun, 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 dun. It's just that slow, and then it's just, but it's massive. It's big.
Yeah,
exactly it. That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah. No, I got it. Okay, so this song right here, Sapana Ko Samaya. Did I say that right?
Oh, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Dude, right here.
This one, this one actually.
No. Edith, hold on. You gotta let me tell you how I feel about it first.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah, you gotta let me talk about it first, if you don't mind, please, ma'am. If you don't mind, and then I want you to expound on it, because I might just be talking crazy. I just want to tell you how I feel about it. And so it's a wonderful ride. This song takes you on, and that sitar takes me back to one of the songs I did with Stuck Mojo called Open Season. And the end definitely has that George Benson guitar love and awesomeness on it, man. So once again,
you definitely caught me that.
Yes, indeed. No, I want you to know that I listen to this music. Ladies and gentlemen, when I have musicians on my show, I'm going to listen to their music. I don't want to talk BS to you. I want you to know that I'm feeling your vibe and what you're doing. And that's why I really wanted you to be here, because it's something that I enjoy. I enjoy your music. I think it's great. I think it's magnificent what you guys are doing. So yes, indeed. Tell me about this song.
So this one, wow, this one's a journey. I think the actual recording goes for like 13 minutes or something. So it's, yeah, I think Sunny, this was the first song we recorded and released.
Right.
I think about a year before we released the rest of the songs. And yeah, I think it was the first song that Sunny just bring to me, this giant masterpiece. And I think it's about our journey from
Nepal to Australia. I think it is,
and everything in between.
Basically what I felt, because the way I think that this song is for me is like happiness and sad times, and plus the fun times at the same time. So first sort of bit is just like really slow, which is, you know, me just trying to figure out what's going on. And then there's this diminished part where it's like a sad sort of riff comes down to throw you out, and then it comes back again like with some sort of sound which boosts you up. And then of course, like at the end, I'm like it's fun bit. So
it's like a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, like it's like a roller coaster ride that we've been through. That's what I thought when I wrote the song. And there's other meaning to the song. I think she's gonna probably let you know.
Yeah, so the song Sapana Ko Samaya, so that's Nepali. It actually translates to dream time. So yeah, the song, like when Sunny bring this to me, I was just like, oh, it's so dreamy, like just like that ride. And yeah, we were envisioning like having sitar in it. We were like, oh, that would just, you know, give it this dreamy feel, and it just, we need that sound. And it was actually really cool. Our friends lived in this like giant warehouse, and they had a bit of a studio set up, and that's where we recorded the song. And it's funny that you mentioned George Benson, because we had said to our friend who was recording it for us, we'd said like, oh, we really want that last bit to have like a George Benson feel to it. Like, and I think Sunny nailed it.
100%. 100%.
And we found this session musician who was this incredible sitarist, and we got her to come in, and yeah, she basically like nailed that sitar and
it was all improv too. So what I thought was so this is really funny too. So what I envisioned was like this sound that I wanted from her, and I was like, so I'm gonna play it on guitar. So this is the note that you're gonna have to sort of play. But she is insanely busy session musician player. Like she is so famous. Like she basically doesn't have time to actually, you know. But she actually practiced all of that, and then when she came in, she was like, yeah, that is good, but maybe I'll give some sort of else a take. I'll just feel what it's gonna sound like. She just came in and did this thing, and we were like, oh, that's perfect.
We were like, how about we just press record and see what happens?
Right.
And came out with that. We were like, yep, that's the shot. It's kind of like I know I remember hearing like Great Gig in the Sky, Pink Floyd, like that's what happened with the vocals in that song. Like she came out and she was like, wasn't very happy with it. They were like, nope, that was the take. And that's kind of what happened with the sitar in our song.
Oh no, awesome. Just the fact that when you brought her in and you allowed her as a creative also to do her thing, because she might have heard something else, but then her vibing with what you had already done, and then you're like, oh, that's amazing right there. No, that's what it is right there. No, that's cool.
That's what we wanted, because the whole song is just about all what you're feeling with it and all the emotions. So that's cool.
And that speaks to you guys' greatness again to me. And also, you guys are just, you just got a great sound. I'm just trying to find the words to just describe. I just enjoyed the whole thing. And even with this song right here, it's 12, 13 minutes long. It doesn't feel like it's that long though. So that's a good thing. You know, it's because once it grabs you and you're on that journey, you're on that ride with it, you're not thinking about how long it is. You're just enjoying the ride, you know, and that's an important thing. And I think that's a lot of, you know, what you guys have in your music. So fantastic. Yeah. It really is. Yeah. So let me ask this question. Why should people listen to Sun Eden? Tell the people why they should listen to Sun Eden.
I think we're bringing a sound that is unique. I think it's like you said, maybe it's, you know, influenced by 10 different people, but it's a sound that's unique to us. And
Yes.
I think I think supporting music that is different is the way that good music comes about. I think that's what happened back in the day with all of the good stuff. So
I personally think this is really funny thing that I've been actually thinking about with music, especially as the world is just growing like towards technologies and like revolving around like science and all of that. But I think the music is the opposite. So I think we're flipping the music. So I think the old school sound is slowly coming in. So I feel like if you want that sound and if you love that sound, please do check us out. I'll just say that, I think. Yeah. if you love the old school sound, you know, like we like I do. Like if you love all the people that like I do, then you might maybe like our music. So
Well, I say old school, new school, young, old. I don't care what it is. I believe if they listen to it, they're gonna enjoy it truly. And so, you know, we want everybody to enjoy our music. I don't care who it is. You know, it's just like, hey, you know, as I always say, like either you love me or you love to hate me, but just as long as you love me, we're good to go. So you know, I just truly know that you guys have an amazing sound, and I truly enjoyed it, and I thought it was very much where other people should. It was worthy of it, other people listening to it and hearing it how I like it, because I like music. I love music. So
thank you so much.
So my last question to you is this, right? I could continue to talk to you guys for a few more hours. Let's let that be known and shown. But my last question to you is, what was the last song you listened to?
Well, mine was my sister recently. I've got a huge cassette collection. My car takes cassettes. It's very old school. So my sister recently bought me a Temptations cassette, and I've just been playing that nonstop. It's the best driving music.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I love driving. This just having a boogie.
That's awesome.
Mine was Stevie Wonder's "Summer Soft." It's the wildest song in the world, personally for me, and I was trying to so see, like I learned guitar by listening to it. So I basically not a big theory guy, like, but I can sort of recognize the sound just from listening, I guess. So then I was like trying to like figure out like, but I looked somehow and went through the chords, so the section of Somersoft, and it just blew my mind. And I was just like, Stevie Wonder, you maniac. I was just like, oh my God, what is this song?
I could hear Sonny last night, like sitting in the lounge room playing along and just being like, how the hell did he think of these chords? Like, what even is this chord?
Oh my goodness. Listen, you once again, just thank you guys for making me feel a certain way. Because through this whole conversation, I felt a certain way that has been good for me, good for my spirit, and good for my soul, talking about this music. And then for you to say Summer Soft, and there's a guy that was on man, I can't think of his name, but he was on Bad Boy label, and he did like a remake of it, but did his own thing. Beautiful video and everything. I love it. And that Summer Soft song is just, once again, you said it, just started playing in my head. And I'm just like, when you said the Temptations, I'm just like, man, they're killing me, man. They're killing me. I'm so visual and I hear these things. Music plays in my head like that. So now I appreciate you guys. Just amazing. You guys are really amazing. Thank you very, very much for spending some of your precious time with me. And it means a lot to me. And I pray that you had a great time and a great conversation. And
we had a ball.
Yeah. So the last thing is, if you guys have anything to say, the floor is yours. Enjoy yourself. Talk to the people. Say something if you want to.
Well, if you want to find our music, you can find us on Spotify under SUNEDEN. And then we're on Facebook, Instagram, all of the things under SUNEDEN Music. So if you think you might like our sound, check us out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you want to hear something funky, something soulful, bluesy, and touch jazzy, maybe, come and find us.
We're actually
on Sunedin.
we're actually about to record some more music too. So there's new stuff coming very soon.
Awesome.
And please do follow our brother here, which is a wonderful, wonderful man and a wonderful postcard podcast. Sorry, speaker. Follow him too, please.
Well, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate that. You guys are really an awesome band, and you have a great thing going on. And I see nothing but big things for you in the future. Continue success in all that you do. And anytime that you have anything new, or you just want to come and have a conversation about Nepal or Australia or anything, you want to talk about Cheetos or, you know, Vegemite sandwiches or whatever like that. I mean, I don't care what it is. You can come here, and it's just just come on in. Don't need to knock, put your feet up and just enjoy yourself, and we'll have another great conversation. And that's what it is. I appreciate you. You're family to me now. You're definitely family. So
Same goes here.
We appreciate you. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's the big guy with the big show, the Lord. Nelson, that is from the show Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS Network with 5 Royals Entertainment. And my very special guest, you see him, my very special guest. And one more time, my very special guest, Sun Eden. Yeah. Love. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
No worries. Have a great day. Oh, it's night? Probably.
It's night.
Yeah, have a great
Have a good night.
So I'm a vampire. I stay up all night, so it's all good. It's all love.
One, two, three, four.
I was sad